Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to continue our project process and progress series. Yesterday I made a video of marketing tips for young doctors that I have probably not shared with all my friends. I have shared with selected people from my, you can say, ex profession or community, where I was a dentist and I used to see many young dentists suffer and struggle in establishing their own clinic. Also, I would like to thank my new subscribers and the feedback they have given me to improve video quality, content quality, and editing. Unfortunately, it is very difficult for me to edit the videos as I want raw content to be presented in front of my audience. But yes, I am looking out for a intern or an individual who does freelance video editing work, where we can put some animations, some charts, some cartoon pictures, some doodly videos, and we can edit the background also. By the way, the AC in the background that you see was bought by me by my first salary in the year 2016, when I started my career as a freelance radiologist. I exactly remember during that time the salary for MDS doctor in a dental college was around, beginner's salary was around 22,000, and my PG guide told me that not to take any job that pays you below 35,000 if you want to work in a dental college as a professor or a teacher. So when I joined the company or lab which used to send me cases, I remember my first salary was 27,000. That was not a salary, that was a commission for the number of reports that I had done that time. So coming back to today's series that we are going to continue. So in the last video we discussed about that if you are working in any profession, you will be following a project based work or a process based work, and in any case we have to progress. Today we are going to focus only on the first step of the project based work. In the previous video we learned that project phase is broken into, or a project based work is broken into 4 steps, that is planning, build up, implementation and close out. So as I know कि इंडिया में everyone is mesmerized by this world or this word called as entrepreneur. So in today's video and from today's series, what we are going to do is, we are of course going to learn about the basics about managing a project from this book, but we are going to interpret it and analyze it as a entrepreneur, so that the message should go to all the people who want to pursue entrepreneurship, that these are the factors, these are the problems, these are the hindrances that you will face to become an entrepreneur. We will give a very, or we will discuss on a very simple project based entrepreneurship. We are going to sell vada pav. We are going to analyze this topic, that I am an entrepreneur and I want to open chain of quick service restaurants in Mumbai which sell vada pav. So let us directly jump on to that I am an entrepreneur and now I am at the प्लानिंग फेज ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. मुझे अभी सारी इनिशियल बैक एंड प्लानिंग करने के बाद एक वड़ा पाव का शॉप या वड़ा पाव का चेन ऑफ क्विक सर्विस रेस्टोरेंट्स ओपन करना है इन मुंबई. नाउ डू नॉट जज मी जस्ट बिकॉज आई एम अ डॉक्टर एंड आई वॉन्ट टू ओपन अ बिजनेस विच सेल्स वड़ा पाव. इंडिया इज़ अ कंज्यूमर कंट्री. In India, each and every one of us consumes food. As an entrepreneur, you should be able and you should be open to face criticism. Just because I am from a particular field doesn't mean that I cannot do business in any other field. Now, there is a twist in that, and there is a misunderstanding and misconception about entrepreneurship. I'll tell you that why I do not like people shifting sectors. This is just a hypothetical example that I'm giving you, that a person who wants to open a vada pav chain in Mumbai. Why I do not like people shifting sectors in any profile is because to gain knowledge of any sector, you at least need 5 years of experience working from a junior most position to at least position of the manager. Similarly, I know many of my HR friends are also going to listen to this video and see this podcast in the future. I would like to have their feedback also. Sorry, I am still recovering from my COVID symptoms, so in between while speaking I am having little cough, but I am symptom free now. Tomorrow again I am going to get myself tested for I think 27th time since last year. So yeah, coming back to the topic, why I do not like people shifting sectors, particularly from HR department, and why देर इज़ आर्ग्यूमेंट गोइंग ऑन सोशल मीडिया के कोई भी जो हेड HR है उसको CEO क्यों नहीं बनाया जाता है किसी कंपनी का. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ऑन ऑल दीज टॉपिक्स इन दिस वीडियो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल शिफ्टिंग ऑफ सेक्टर पे आ जाते हैं. आई एम अ डॉक्टर. आई एम फ्रॉम अ हेल्थ केयर और अ मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड. आई अंडरस्टैंड द सेक्टर वेरी वेल as compared to other people who are from different sectors. When we were doing degree of HR and admin from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, I can guarantee you that as a HR, as a admin, as a operations officer, I will be more successful in healthcare sector as compared to a person who is switching the sector from finance to healthcare. And the same goes for me. If I am going to decide that I am going to become HR in, let's say, a beauty products company, I will be a complete failure. The reason is my basics, my foundation is completely different. How can I go to Lakme and become a head HR there or become a good operations officer there? Do I understand the business? Do I understand the customers? Do I understand the business model on which these companies operate? So similarly, I often see that particularly position of head HR, the experienced HR professionals, they shift sectors. But I think it is completely wrong how a person who has been a HR in Mahindra automobile company is going to be an efficient head HR in a hospital. Yes, he may have knowledge of payroll and compensation, statutory compliance. He also may have knowledge about the industrial relationships. But when it comes to recruitment, when it comes to operation, when it comes to understanding the business of the hospital, I don't think so he is a right candidate to become the head HR unless and until he has experience in the same sector in hospital setup. Now again, healthcare sector is divided into so many branches. Some are working in healthcare insurance, some are working in pharma industry, some are working in diagnostic labs, some are working in, you can say, these applications that provide healthcare or online consultations. So अगर आपको एक सेक्टर समझना है तो उसमें आपको 3 साल लगेंगे, 3.5 साल लगेंगे. तब तक आप एक्सपीरियंस ले लोगे, फिर आप बोलोगे नहीं दूसरे कंपनी में पगार ज़्यादा मिल रही है, वहाँ पे शिफ्ट हो जाता हूँ एक नए सेक्टर में. इट इज़ वेरी रॉन्ग अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, और आई डू नॉट रेस्पेक्ट एंड एक्सपेक्ट गुड परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम सच पीपल हु शिफ्ट सेक्टर्स. अगर आपने फाइनेंस फील्ड में इंटर्नशिप की है या आपने फाइनेंस की डिग्री की है तो आपको अपने HR के करियर की जो शुरुआत है वो फाइनेंस में ही करनी चाहिए. HR जब तक एक कंपनी का बिजनेस मॉडल नहीं समझेगा कि हाउ द कंपनी इज़ रनिंग, हाउ इट इज़ मेकिंग प्रॉफिट, तब तक वो कंपनी का CEO नहीं बन सकता है. एंड आई सी अ फॉल्ट in many people who are in the HR department that they are so concerned and they are so obsessed with this term human resources. We are here to take care of everybody. No, you are also here to contribute to the organization. Of course आपको जो रोल दिया गया है उसको आपको efficiently उसमें परफॉर्म करना है और प्रोडक्टिव रहना है, पर आपको बिजनेस मॉडल भी समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. और इसके लिए आपको कोई भी एंटरप्रेन्योर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, ट्रस्टीज़ आके रोज़ थैंक यू नहीं बोलने वाले हैं. जो HR रोते रहते हैं ना, इट इज़ अ थैंकलेस जॉब. वो ज़िंदगी भर रोते ही रहते हैं. आई हैव डन मोर देन 8,500 रिपोर्ट्स एज अ फ्रीलांस रेडियोलॉजिस्ट. उसके बाद मैंने उससे रिटायरमेंट ली. 8 पेशेंट्स ने भी मुझे फ़ोन करके थैंक यू नहीं बोला. Patients used to pay money to the diagnostic lab for a scan and I used to get commission or reward for that. Please understand the fact that in today's world, nobody is going to come daily and say thank you to you for doing your own job. The company pays you money as a reward for that. There are good companies जो आपको Employee of the Month, Employee of the Quarter, Employee of the Year का award दे देंगे, पर रोज़ तो आपको थैंक यू नहीं बोलेंगे ना आके. Shweta ma'am, who is one of my friends from this degree, has told me not to become stiff and not to produce content as if I am a dictator. She has instructed me to include some jokes in it. I will of course try. I know I have a funny bone, but the concept behind producing and presenting these videos is people who are younger to me should learn from my mistakes, and all this content that I am giving you is based on the mistakes that I have done in my life. So now we shift to मुद्दे पे आते हैं सीधा. अभी we are going to focus on the planning aspect of the project. अभी एंटरप्रेन्योर ने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि उसको वड़ा पाव रेस्टोरेंट्स खोलने हैं मुंबई में. सबसे पहले he has to define the project, he has to see what problem he is solving. बॉम्बे में बहुत रश होती है. People do not have the time even to interact with their family members in the morning when they are rushing towards the job. So there's one entrepreneur who has decided that I am going to open this quick service restaurant which is going to serve vada pav to all the people who are traveling in the metro. So by this हम लोगों ने पहले ही डिसाइड कर लिया कि हमें मुंबई के एक पर्टिकुलर मेट्रो स्टेशन पे वड़ा पाव का शॉप खोलना है. वी हैव डिफाइंड आवर लोकेशन, वी हैव डिफाइंड द प्रॉब्लम दैट पीपल आर फेसिंग. सो व्हाई do you want to solve this problem? This is also a question that one has to focus on. Okay, everybody wants to make money in their life by starting a business or doing a job, but you have to focus and you have to understand your own personality. Do you have the passion for entrepreneurship? Do you have passion for feeding people? Do you have passion for food? I have passion for healthcare sector. I will never be successful opening a restaurant. Okay, so business is completely different from the degree that you have done. You can be passionate about singing also, so you start a YouTube channel where you start singing in front of the audience. Okay, you can be an engineer and you can be a very good singer also. Does that mean that you are going to pursue your passion? It involves a lot of risk. So let's say second is, so we have defined the problem, we have defined the location, we have defined the concept of the business. Now we are going to identify the stakeholders, that who is going to work in this company. I need a human resource team. I need one person who is going to recruit for me. I need one person who is going to handle HR operations for me, leave, attendance, etc. I need one person who is going to train these people. So I need a T&D team. I need one person for employee engagement. I need one person who is going to do statutory compliance. I need one person who is going to focus completely on the process of hiring the employees, recruitment. I need a finance team. I need a team that handles the delivery aspect of it or operations. Then we have to set the project goals. First step is we have identified and defined the project. Second is we have identified the stakeholders. Entrepreneur himself is also a stakeholder. The investors are the stakeholders. Employees working in HOD positions in this company are stakeholders. The HR personnel, or if entrepreneur understands the business, he knows that we need 2 people to serve the vada pav. We need 2 people to prepare the vada pav. We need 2 people per franchisee to deliver the vada pav if you are not utilizing the e-commerce companies like Zomato to deliver your vada pav. Set the project goals. Okay, I have to acquire the shop in the next 1 month. I have to complete the interior of the shop in the next 2 months. I will have to research and make contracts for raw material with different dealers and vendors to get the aloo, to get the raw materials, to contact a dealer that supplies bread. Then I have to prepare for the trade-off. So we are going to now learn about how trade-off works in this particular project. Let's go to trade-offs now. Yes, so trade-off is nothing but money. How are you going to manage money? What is the investment that you are doing per shop? What will be the operating profit? How are you going to pay the salaries? How are you going to give the incentives? How are you going to distribute the profit amongst the investors? And how are you going to reinvest the profits to expand this franchisee? So this was the trade-off, which was also a step of the planning. Everything has to be planned and predetermined. A system has to be established before starting the business or in this step of the project, so that the process is followed like a well-oiled machine. Once all this planning is done, we have to spell out the tasks. Then delegating the responsibilities to your team is the next step. You have to see what are the major tasks, what are the minor tasks. Tasks will be given to operations team. For example, operation team को आप क्या बोलोगे कि मुझे 3 महीने में यहाँ पे वड़ा पाव का शॉप ओपन करना है. सो आई हैव टू कॉन्टैक्ट द MMRDA authorities or the authority that is running the metro station. We have to look out for a stall. We have to complete the renovation of the stall. For that हम उन vendors को हमें invite करना पड़ेगा for a quotation. Then next task is who is going to work there? How much manpower do we need? What are the different acts that are going to affect that particular shop or that business model? Then the HR team will come into the process. They have to analyze, they have to establish the लीव एंड अटेंडेंस प्रोसेस. कितने एम्प्लॉयज़ को हायर करना है, कितनों को बेंच पे रखना है, उनके इंश्योरेंस मतलब जो पूरे फॉर्मेलिटीज़ होते हैं वो कंप्लीट करने पड़ेंगे. सेल्स इज़ द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस. तो टुडे इन दिस वीडियो व्हाट वी लर्नड इज़ वी लर्नड अबाउट द प्लानिंग आस्पेक्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. अभी तक हमने सिर्फ प्लान किया है, अभी तक हमने एग्जीक्यूशन स्टार्ट नहीं की है. When in the next video we are going to completely focus on the building up of your project. Okay, how do we assemble our team, how do we set the schedule, how do we develop the budget. So this was the second video in the series Project, Process and Progress. So अभी आपको पता चल गया होगा कि even if you want to start a small business like a simple quick service restaurant, how hard it is to execute it. I am not talking about people who are just randomly selling vada pav in your gully mohalla. I am talking about a well-oiled franchisee model business. And why we as different stakeholders in different sectors, in different companies, should understand the business model of the company in which we are working. Also, I want to give a message to many people, those who are consuming content on YouTube, that it is not right to start business by taking debt, whether it is from a bank, whether it is from angel investors, whether it is taking money from your friends. There are a lot of people who are misleading you, those who have never done business in their life and have become motivational speakers. There are people selling you courses. There are 20, 21-year-old, 23-year-old boys talking about spirituality. अबे पहले जाके गाली दूंगा अभी. So I have started my own business. I have failed 3 times by starting my own business. So I have the experience of what all is required not to succeed. So you can interpret that from this video, and if you want to start your business, you have to be very passionate about it. Otherwise you can become a good intrapreneur also. Intrapreneur is nothing but you treat your desk job as your business. You have to excel at doing what you do, irrespective of all the corporate politics, your asshole boss, your troubling spouse, your idiot kid. You have to become very good at what you do. When you are coming to the job at 10 a.m. in the morning, you become an entrepreneur. This desk is my business. Whatever task, whatever project is given to me as an individual or as a part of the team, I am going to excel at it and going to do best, better than anyone else, without being in the mindset of a negative competitor. There are also many factors that contribute to other factors apart from your education, experience, sectoral knowledge, that contribute to your success in life or failure in life. Consistency, luck, your risk taking ability, your risk analysis ability. All this is simple knowledge. I am not actually giving knowledge, I am just sharing my experiences based on the things or instances that I have, or situations that I have faced in my life. I am so happy that finally God has given me some stability when I am working as a patient welfare officer in the hospital. I am basically by nature risk taker. I am also an investor in the stock market. So this risk taking habit of mine rewards me there, in that profession, in that aspect. So I hope today's video was very clear, and the message that I wanted to give is, as an HR or as an employee, when you are working in a project based industry or a process based profile, you have to understand the business model. If you have even learned 10 to 20% from this video, do like, subscribe and share my channel. I thank all the new subscribers. I already have 23 million in my account. 1 million is equal to 1 subscriber. Thank you so much. Have a great thoughtful day ahead.